Have you ever seen a machine so powerful it makes the earth tremble and the trees whisper? Welcome to Wood Carving Artist, where elegance meets horsepower. This isn't just farming, this is precision. This is art carved in motion. Imagine steel beasts dancing across golden fields, muscles of metal sculpting the land like a master chisels oak. Every frame we capture will make your jaw drop or your neighbor jealous. So, are you ready to witness the masterpiece behind the roar? Subscribe now, or risk missing the next moment that redefines what machines were born to do. When a golden sea of corn meets its match in a machine that glides like a predator and devours like a king, you know something extraordinary is unfolding. The new Holland FR 924-inch cruiser does not simply drive, it arrives. Towering like a luxury yacht on wheels, its sleek silhouette stretches nearly the length of a limousine, yet it moves with the poise of a sports car. The front is sculpted to command, with blades spinning like a chef's knife at a royal banquet, while the rear hums a bass line of raw power. As it charges through the field, it doesn't harvest, it orchestrates. Inside, a symphony of hydraulics and sensors reads the crop like a sommelier tasting vintage wine. The flow is relentless, the precision surgical. Every stalk disappears into its belly with elegance and fury. It's not a machine, it's a signature, a rolling sculpture of control and dominance, leaving behind rows of perfection and the scent of envy in the wind. At high noon, when the field lies still like a canvas untouched, the New Holland CX 760 descends not gently, but like a blade dropped from the heavens. One moment, it's distant, thunder. The next, it's upon you, golden and massive, tearing through wheat with the calm of a monarch and the hunger of a beast. Its body towers like a cathedral of motion, smooth, precise, unshakable. Every panel polished, every angle purposeful. The header opens wide like a jaw engineered for symmetry, devouring crops with rhythm so perfect it feels choreographed by time itself. Inside, sensors hum like whispers of genius, measuring, adjusting, perfecting. It doesn't just harvest, it rewrites how harvesting should feel. A day's work is swallowed in hours, yet not a grain misplaced, not a gesture wasted. The CX 760 is not here to prove itself. It is here to remind the earth who still holds the crown. And when the dust settles, all that remains is silence and awe. At the break of dawn, when the mist still clings to the soil like secrets, a sudden roar tears the silence. Claas Jaguar 950 bursts forward like a comet of steel, dragging the MF 7600 series in its orbit, and the field freezes. Towering like a titan awakened, its frame gleams with the power of forged thunder. Every joint moves with the grace of a predator stretching its spine. You're no longer watching a machine. You're witnessing a mechanical deity claiming its domain. One pull, and it inhales entire rows like breath AI-guided, laser-precise, almost supernatural. It doesn't work, it performs sorcery in daylight. What it achieves in minutes would take an army by sunrise, and not 1 millimeter goes unchecked. This duo doesn't harvest. It transcends. No applause is needed, because every motion is already a hymn of dominion, echoing across the soil long after they vanish beyond the horizon. When the horizon shimmers in gold, and the wind carries whispers of harvest, the New Holland CX 8090 elevation doesn't just appear, it emerges like a monarch surveying its empire. From afar, it resembles a rolling fortress, taller than 2 men and longer than a riverboat, cloaked in gold and steel. Its header stretches wide like the wingspan of a metal eagle, slicing through wheat fields with the precision of a jeweler's blade. Every part is sculpted with intent. The grain tank rises like a crown, while the twin rotors within spin silently, turning chaos into choreography. This isn't harvesting. It's performance art engineered by geniuses in lab coats and tested under the pressure of abundance. Each pass leaves behind a trail of immaculate symmetry, no grain wasted, no moment fumbled. Technology here isn't decoration, it's instinct. It reads the crop, the terrain, the rhythm of the field like a conductor reads music. The CX 8090 doesn't just finish the job. It finishes it with the grace of a signature on a billionaire's final deal. As twilight spills gold over the restless field, 2 shadows emerge not rolling, but charging like twin beasts set loose from an ancient forge. The New Holland FR 920 Yellow Bull and Krone BiG X 650 explode into the scene, one after the other, tearing through silence as if thunder were born in metal. The Yellow Bull stands massive, sculpted like a mechanical gladiator with chrome veins pulsing power, while the BiG X trails close, swift and unyielding, like a wolf with steel sinews. They do not harvest, they hunt, with movements too fluid to be man-made. They devour entire corridors of crop in seconds, guided by minds that calculate terrain before the soil even feels the tire. Together, they deliver results beyond logic, power that humbles nature itself. 1 hour of their fury replaces what 100 hands could not touch by dusk. This is no longer machinery. It is a duet of domination, echoing across the earth like the chorus of an empire reborn. There are machines that work, and then there are machines that perform. When the new Holland T 8.390 joins forces with the grim GL 860, something changes in the air, like watching two titans waltz across a canvas of soil and destiny. The T 8.390 arrives with the stance of a prize stallion, long, lean, and unapologetically muscular. Its lines are bold, its presence magnetic. Behind it, the GL 860 unfolds like a piece of German engineering theater, 6 rows of mechanical fingers laying potatoes with the precision of a jeweler setting diamonds. Together, they don't just plant, they choreograph a future. GPS guidance, hydraulic finesse, and intuitive calibration merge in a flow so smooth it feels rehearsed. Each seed disappears beneath the earth, like a secret whispered into a vault. What remains is not just a planted field, it's a promise embedded in soil. This duo isn't farming. It's legacy in motion, written on land, sealed in time. Under a sky bruised by dusk, the ground trembles not from storm, but from precision. Fend 828, Vario S4, and Horsch Torano 5, FX, rise into view like a warhorse, and its blade tearing into the silence with a presence that feels almost forbidden. The Fend glides with the posture of royalty, tall, poised, cloaked in a matte elegance that whispers wealth. Behind it, the Horsch claws the earth with surgical rage, carving through soil as if unveiling something sacred beneath. every motion feels rehearsed by centuries, guided by intelligence sharper than instinct. A tilt of the wheel, and the land yields. Each meter turned is a declaration of dominance. You're not watching farming. You're witnessing land reform written in calligraphy of steel. What would take days, they render flawless in minutes, with no sweat, no falter, no forgiveness. This is not a team. It's a legend in tandem, leaving behind not just order, but reverence etched into every furrow. When silence wraps the countryside and the sun begins its climb, the Case IH Maxim 130 doesn't announce itself with noise. It declares its presence with intent, compact yet commanding. It moves like a tailored suit on a powerful frame, nothing excess, everything refined. Sleek red body, sharp contours, and a cabin that feels more like a private cockpit than a tractor seat. With every turn, it grips the land with confidence, pulling implements like they're extensions of its will. This is not about brute force. It's about controlled dominance. Its intelligent transmission reads the terrain like a seasoned guide, shifting with grace, never hesitation. The Maxim 130 doesn't try to impress, it simply gets admired. Whether turning over rows or towing with ease, its rhythm never breaks, never begs for rest. It's not the biggest. It doesn't need to be. It's the one that always shows up, performs like a star, and leaves the field smoother than it found it. A quiet legend, dressed in red. In the heart of a silent plain, when even the wind dares not speak, a dark figure advances. Deutz-Fahr 9340 TTV warrior, flanked by the Dissodator Pasto, bursts forth like a shadow forged in fire. It doesn't drive. It prowls. Draped in obsidian, sculpted like the chest of a Roman general, the warrior commands attention before it even breathes. The Pasto behind it digs not with teeth, but with vengeance ripping into earth as though unearthing centuries of secrets. Together, they don't till they dominate. Every inch of movement is choreographed. Violence, hydraulics, hissing, blades, slicing, algorithms deciding. No stutter, no second guess. What they accomplish in one pass feels mythic land transformed, surface reborn, future unlocked. This isn't agriculture. It's conquest in motion. A battlefield cleansed, a signature of control burned into the earth. And when they vanish beyond the horizon, the only thing louder than their silence is the awe they leave behind. There's a moment. Just before the John Deere 8335R roars to life, when the earth itself seems to hold its breath, and then power unfolds. Drenched in iconic green and yellow, it doesn't just arrive, it dominates. This isn't a tractor, it's a declaration. With a frame as long as a limousine and the shoulders of a heavyweight champion, the 8335R strides through the field like it owns every inch of soil. Its tires grip the land like lion paws, silent but unshakable. Inside, luxury meets command center. Controls at your fingertips, comfort like a first-class lounge. But beneath that polish lies pure muscle. Every movement is calculated, each pull precise. Hydraulic strength, GPS precision, and a heart that beats with 335 horses, all synchronized to turn work into spectacle. It doesn't plow, it executes. The 8335R is more than a machine. It's a green-blooded conqueror, carving order out of the wild. So, which one made your heart race louder? The brute force of the FR 920 Yellow Bull, or the silent precision of the Fend 828 Vario? Every machine has its own charm, its own story, and together they paint a picture of power and beauty on the canvas of the earth. If you had to choose just one to take home, which would it be? Let me know in the comments. And while you're thinking, hit like, smash that subscribe button, and share this with someone who thinks farming is boring. You might just change their mind. This is Wood Carving Artist. New videos daily at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Miss it. Regret it.